For decades, Oklahoma City has followed a very predictable but also surprising growth pattern. Now, I mention surprising simply because Oklahoma City has always been under the radar a bit, and suddenly people are seeing and surprised by its transformation. But it's also been very predictable. We've pushed outward, we've built suburbs, we extended highways, and then we kind of did it all over again. That playbook shaped how Oklahoma City grew, where builders built, and where families moved. But here's what most families don't realize. That growth model is starting to change a bit. And in today's video, I'm breaking down exactly how Oklahoma City's growth is shifting, which areas are likely to benefit next, which areas may slow down, and stick around because I'm going to tell you what that means for you right now, especially if you're thinking about moving here or buying a home. Oklahoma City didn't become one of the most affordable large metros in the country by accident. For years, the growth formula was simple. Developers bought cheap land in the suburbs of the metro, master plan communities followed, infrastructure expanded outward, and families followed great jobs, great schools, and affordability. That worked extremely well because Oklahoma City has something many cities don't. We have flat land, we don't have mountains or coastlines, we don't have major geographic barriers slowing expansion, and we don't have crazy congestion. That's how so many of our suburbs grew so quickly over the past few decades. It wasn't random, it was repeatable. Affordable land, highway access, utilities. That combination created growth. So let's talk a little bit about what's changing now. Here's when things really start to shift. That formula only works when three things stay easily available: affordable land, easy infrastructure expansion, and reasonable commute times. And in parts of the Oklahoma City metro, those things are starting to tighten up a bit. They're not gone, but they're no longer unlimited. This is where you're seeing prices increase, days on market change, and new construction price points reset a bit. We've seen price points of all of our major suburbs of Oklahoma City generally rise over the last few years. We are seeing a bit of a settling and kind of having a little bit of a flat line, which was needed, so absolutely not a bad thing there. But prices have risen year after year. What's happening is pretty simple. Land that used to be considered starter suburb land is now slightly more expensive, I guess, premium land. Builders are running the numbers and realizing they can't hit the same affordable price points that they could 10 or 15 years ago. And buyers are becoming more sensitive to total cost and commute time. But this doesn't mean that growth stops. It just means that growth shifts. For example, 10 to 15 years ago, land in Deer Creek, which is up on the northwest side of the city, was rather inexpensive. The schools are top rated there, so builders threw up a ton of master plan communities. Growth exploded, and all the numbers really made sense for builders. Now it's a bit trickier as land is much more expensive in that area, making it more difficult for builders, and there's less of it. Hey, if you want to know everything about Oklahoma City and maybe you're thinking about moving here, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications so you'll be notified anytime a new video on the pros, the cons, and everything in between of Oklahoma City drops. Another piece of the puzzle is infrastructure. So when we think of infrastructure, I automatically think of roads and traffic. Traffic in Oklahoma City is still very mild compared to major metros, but people still have a limit. It's interesting to hear different perspectives from my local clients and my relocation client. My locals are used to the regular Oklahoma City traffic and sometimes really complain about it. And that's not to discount that there are some areas of heavy traffic in the city, but it's still so much better than so many other metros. And national rankings show it near the top as far as good traffic for the amount of people. Now, on the other hand, many of my relocation clients coming from larger cities are pleasantly surprised with that level of traffic. So just different viewpoints there. Over the past 5 years, Oklahoma City has been quietly investing billions into roads and infrastructure improvements across the metro. We've seen major work along Interstate 35, Interstate 40, and especially Interstate 44, including interchange rebuilds, lane expansions, and safety upgrades designed to support long-term growth. The Kilpatrick Turnpike expansion has been one of the biggest game changers, opening up faster access to the northwest side of the city and creating new development opportunities along that corridor. Looking ahead, Oklahoma City has additional projects planned and underway that focus less on pushing development endlessly outward, but more on improving traffic flow, reducing congestion, and supporting areas that are already growing. For buyers and relocating families, this matters because infrastructure tends to follow demand. And where the city is investing in roads today often signals where growth, development, and appreciation are likely to happen next. That creates a natural reset point for where growth makes the most sense going forward. So this is where things get really interesting. Just like other major metros, Oklahoma City is entering a new phase of growth, and it's showing up in a couple of different ways. First, we have kind of that outer edge surrounding Oklahoma City. These are areas where land is still relatively affordable, infrastructure is slowly expanding, and builders can still hit attainable price points. Because in Oklahoma, remember, land is abundant. We have especially seen a lot of growth on the north and west side of Oklahoma City. Between 2020 and 2023, Yukon actually saw its population jump by 11.6%, making it one of the fastest growing zip codes in the entire United States, largely in the form of new construction. I do think that we'll see a bit of a slowdown in that. Last year, its population increased by just 2%. Deer Creek area also, which is part of the Edmond and Oklahoma City, has also seen tremendous growth in the last 10 years, largely due to their top-rated schools. However, I feel like that is starting to level off a bit as well, as the amount of land within that school district is coming in a little bit. We've also seen quite a few master plan neighborhoods pop up on the northeast side of the city in East Edmond, Jones, and Arcadia, close to Arcadia Lake. This is really an up and coming part of the city. Doesn't have a lot of commercial at this point, but likely will over the next decade as people move in and demand is there. There's some really nice neighborhoods out there, lots of trees, lots of neighborhoods with lots that are larger, so think half-acre lots and up, things like that. So really good part of the city. What I have seen a lot of lately with my clients is a desire to move farther out from the city center. People are like, give me an acre of land, give me some peace outside of the city noise. So I've had clients want North Edmond, Piedmont, Cashin, Crescent, even some on the south side of the city like McLeod, Newalla, Blanchard, and Tuttle. Tuttle is one that used to be very rural. However, we've seen a lot of large communities built in it in recent years. Now, it may really depend on where you work and how comfortable you are with a longer commute. For example, if you live up in Piedmont, it might take you a good 30 minutes to get to downtown if you're working down there. My locals who don't realize how good we have it here with our traffic are often the ones concerned with that long commute. Now, on the other hand, my relocation clients coming from big cities with a ton of congestion aren't as bothered. And they like the fact that while maybe they're putting a few more miles on their car, the commute is actually easier driving. It's more like coasting rather than stop and go traffic. Now, also we have that what I call inner ring development of our urban core of Oklahoma City. This is a shift that a lot of people completely miss. In some parts of the metro, it's now cheaper to actually redevelop than to build further out. That means older homes are being torn down, infill construction is increasing, and land values are rising, sometimes independently of the home itself. We have seen a big boom in like the Plaza District with people remodeling historic homes. There's some really beautiful ones over there, and also a really big movement on the east side of downtown near OU Medical Center and the state capitol. Honestly, the east side was pretty run down for a long time. Many homes were in really bad shape, crime was high in that area, and it really wasn't somewhere I would want to be after dark. However, investors are quickly moving into this area and giving it kind of like a revamp. They're renovating homes, or if the home's in too bad of shape, they're completely tearing them down and just rebuilding new. It's been really exciting to see an area that was so run down now kind of get a facelift. And with it being so close to OU Med, the state capitol in downtown, is drawing a lot of professionals that work in those industries. If you already own a home in one of these areas, your equity growth may even be driven more by land value than square footage. And as these areas are up and coming and being developed, it's often very helpful to get in the beginning, because then as prices tend to scoot up and the value keeps going up and up and up, you're going to gain great equity in your early purchase. So what does this mean for buyers? Let's make this a little bit more practical. If you're relocating to Oklahoma City, the old default suburb advice doesn't apply the same way anymore. Some areas offer stability and lifestyle, others offer growth and long-term upside. Neither is wrong, it depends on your goals. If you want predictability, established suburbs make sense. If you want appreciation potential, emerging areas matter. And if you want proximity and redevelopment upside, the inner ring urban core neighborhoods are worth a look. The key is understanding which phase each area is in and what best suits your goals. If you already own in Oklahoma City, this shift creates different opportunities depending on where you live. Mature suburbs tend to mean steady, predictable equity growth. Emerging areas may be positioned for the next strong growth cycle, and redevelopment areas can create land-driven equity opportunities, especially for homeowners who bought many years ago. Oklahoma City isn't running out of land. We know that land is abundant in Oklahoma, but it might be running out of easy, cheap land. And the next 20 years of growth won't look like the last 20. But if you've been thinking about moving to Oklahoma City, whether that's next month or next year, this is exactly what we help families navigate every single day. I'm Katie. I help families relocate to the OKC Metro, and all of my contact information is in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about everything Oklahoma City. And if you want a full breakdown of Oklahoma City, I'm talking the pros, the cons, and everything in between, feel free to check out my channel where I have videos on all of it. And if there's a particular subject that you really want a video made on, make sure to drop that in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.